Hello, welcome back. It's Jane here, and today I'm showing you how I do my wash and go. So this is freshly washed hair. As you can see, it's still quite wet. But normally I'll do my wash and go in the shower, and that way I can have my the water dripping down me, and I find it easier to do it that way. So this is the first time I'm using this Cantu curling product as for wash and go. I've used it before for twist out, for twist but I've never used it for a wash and go, and for that reason I'm using it all by itself. So I'm only using this product. I'm not using my shea butter or any oils before I apply it, because I wanted to see how it would work, and then I would then build on adding other products to it. And I can honestly say it turned out very well. Having used the product before, I know it's very white when I initially apply it, but it dries clear. So I was not too bothered by this look because I had used it prior. And if you look at my hair, towards the roots of my hair, it's quite dark compared to the end. So I've used henna powder for almost 3 years, but have not applied it in the last 8 months, and that's because last year I developed a sensitivity to henna powder. On this wash I'd used amla powder and bentonite clay powder mixed together, and this week after using that I've been having itchy scalp. So I already knew I was sensitive to bentonite clay, but I'm not sure if I'm sensitive to amla powder as well. So I'll need to do an amla powder mask by itself just to determine whether I am sensitive to that or not. Anyway, I would work in these two sections. However, when I finished doing this, I realized I did not want the middle part at all. I try to put the product as close to my scalp as possible, but not on my scalp. Growing up, I had a scalp condition, and so my scalp is quite sensitive. So I don't like any product on my scalp, or rather, my scalp does not like any products left on it at all. So it just tend to itch. And in any case, after I use a powder, I have to have at least 3 washes before that itchiness can go. So I have to figure out a new way of doing my Ayurveda powders. But anyway, this is me doing this wash and go and finger detangling as I go. And I've watched a few videos on YouTube, and somebody was saying when they blow dry their hair, it tends to have a better wash and go. So I was going to try this out. Plus, this was before springtime, so having a dry head was preferable rather than having it wet most of the day. So I did blow dry this, and at the start I was using high temperature, and at one point I was getting concerned about the heat damage because I'd not used a heat protectant. And then I noticed a button on the blow dryer, and it actually makes the blow dryer go cool but at a higher speed. So I started using that, and it worked very well. The other thing I noticed with blow dryer is that it's almost like shingling, like where the cows separate just because of the force of the air, and I like that. I think this is something I will carry on doing, especially now that at this point you see me figuring out about the cool air button. And now that I know that I don't have to have heat damage because I would be using cool air, I think I will carry on doing this trick here. I think they're onto something. So when I was doing this wash and go, the hope was that I didn't have to use a band or anything. But as you will see, on the second day, on the third day, I gave up. And I just put a band on my hair and make something like a puff. And this was actually the last week of spring. No, sorry, the last week before spring. So we're coming on to wash and go season. I stopped doing my wash and goes in November, no, May, December, and that's because my hair was getting too dry. Um, I was just using shea butter and mousse, and I think that might have been the problem. I think mousse is quite drying, not moisturizing. I think this curling cream might be a better thing. And this was me at the end of the day, and I just use a satin headscarf when I'm going to bed. I think I show you a video of me in the morning, and you can see I kind of didn't know how to style it the following day. Um, it was all flat, and I even tried to use the blow dryer again, but that trick did not work again. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. So this was actually day 2 when I literally just gave up and decided to use this band, which I think is what I'll do going forward. Anyway, that's how I do my wash and goes. Thanks for watching.